All right, what's good, y'all? So, real quick, I gotta cover something that just came to me about this whole, normalization of waiting to settle down until you hit the wall stuff. Like, I'm noticing, and I've been noticing, growing throughout this community and just in the world, period. Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? People think that they can wait until they're at X amount age to start getting serious about relationships, and I wanted to call that out. All right. Um, So yeah, that's what this one's about, y'all. This is a good one, a very needed one. I feel like, especially for our community, because I hear that a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it.
Can I give it to you, show you how you can take it all? Wanna break you off? Could you ever fall in love with a young nigga like myself? And I've been thinking about you, nobody else. And my love is good for the
So, all right. Reason why I wanted to go ahead and cover this topic, y'all, is because y'all know that whole saying, you a baby. Oh, you got so much time. Like, don't rush to, be in a relationship. Don't rush that. Focus on yourself. Focus on a career, and then everything, like the right person will just come to you and stuff. And then I've also heard certain people say, well, it doesn't matter how old you are. Age doesn't matter because as long as you're still attractive and a good person, you'll be okay. Which is another false claim. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like as long as they're still attractive, like you'll come across a nigga that's like 50 something or 40 something, 38, 39, 36, talking about, oh, as long as you got a nice body and you still take care of yourself and all this stuff, then if you don't look your age, as long as you don't look 40, 50, then you'll be fine. Because as long as you stay fit, man, miss me. I'm trying to tell y'all all that is bullshit. Don't fall for the cap, okay? Let me tell y'all what's going on in this world, okay? People are having that mindset, thinking that they got time to play with people. Because I had thought about this. I was like, out of these stories that I'm telling y'all about these guys that I done dated like in the past and how they would play me to the left, all with all my loyalty, with all my ambition in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Why would they do that instead of just letting it be known that they wasn't ready and just spare spare us some time and go on. We can go on about our separate ways healthily. And I was like, why come they don't do that? Why come I have to find out later that they were moving a certain way because they weren't ready? You know what I'm saying? And then this whole, it's because they're finding themselves thing. Somebody had commented like, oh, maybe your ex or a certain person wasn't ready to, like, they didn't know who they were yet. So they had to find out, they had to find themselves. And that's still not okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and address that. You cannot take you cannot be taking all your 20s to find yourself, all your 30s to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have taken advantage of time and youth. When you say I'm young, I'm 21, 22, 23, 24 years old, and I'm young and I can just do whatever I want to do and I don't have to care about nobody's feelings, I don't have to treat people right, I don't have to, I can just fuck off everything. And then because I was young and dumb, that could be my excuse and my cop out. And then God will forgive me and still bless me with all the things that I deserve later in life just because, I was young. Nah, like, let me tell y'all what's going on. People are literally having that mindset getting up into around 35 plus because that's around the time where the dating field and the hookup culture starts to kind of push you out because you'll start feeling some kind of way about your age. And then that's when all of a sudden niggas want to start trying to be on some loyal, being serious or taking relationships serious, dating with a purpose is what they call it. Like, y'all, let me tell y'all something straight up, white and black. If you are finding yourself and you are trying to figure out who you are, that is something that you're supposed to be doing in your early 20s, 25 years old and down. You need to get to know who you are. All this gay people waiting until they 35 plus to get to know who they are, that's called late. All right, y'all called everything else late. Let me tell you what's really late. You really late to the game if you wait and sit around and play around and fuck off out of each draw leg being a little slut bucket up until you 35 years old. And then you want to decide to start taking somebody serious because now you're getting ready to be an old ass. Let me tell you something. Nobody wants a washed up person. Nobody wants somebody used up. Nobody wants somebody when it's okay to fuck with them because now I done ran around here and did 3 laps around the hookup culture. So now, I done got bored of that. So now I want to go ahead and settle down with somebody. Hear yourself when you saying this stuff. Or is that a worthy person of real value? So you valuable because you played all these games and you didn't value yourself, and now you want to wait till a certain time to value yourself, find yourself, love yourself, and now all of a sudden it's supposed to just all come all at one time. Now you're supposed to find your one and only person. They're supposed to come out of nowhere. You're just supposed to be happily ever after into the sunset after you done played off on all these niggas' time. Talking about how you got all this time, talking about how you finding yourself, talking about how you focused on yourself because you want to focus on your career. Let me tell you, if that's the state that you're in, that phase of your life is to be by yourself. That means no dating, no hooking up. If you're gonna hook up, then it needs to be when them dudes on Jack be like, yeah, I'm bent over, the door is unlocked, I'm over here bent over in the room, just come in, the door is unlocked, condoms, lube right there, like all that, that's the type of energy you need to be on. All that going and linking up, going on dates with people, cuddling with people, watching Netflix and chilling and all that, leading people on to make them think that you are somebody of a candidate to date when you don't even know who you are, when you're just, all you care about is your career because all you care about, you're still in a childish mindset because all you think money is everything. That means you need to stay by yourself right there. That's the sign that says you need to be alone and just focus on yourself and leave people out of it. Okay? That's 1. 2, I'm about to tell y'all something real talk. My mom told me. All right? My mom's told me. All right? She told me straight up, this was around the time when she was around 35. I was probably like 12, 13, 14, maybe 14, 15, something like that. And no, hold on. I was probably like 16 now that I think about it. My mom, literally, we had went out to dinner at Old Chicago. I'll never forget this. And this is why it's important that y'all treat that like, y'all's parents treat y'all like, like they treat y'all with respect and don't just treat you like no kid, and they actually instill some wisdom in you, because I got a lot of wisdom because also my parents was talking to me as a child, like, put me up on game as an adult, you know what I'm saying, with their experiences that they was learning, so that I don't grow up and bump my head just like they did and learn, oh my God, I done waited too late, I done did this, I misunderstood that. Okay, that's what good parenting does as well. My mom sat me down and told me at that dinner, she said, son, I need to tell you something. Learn from your mama, because I literally am now having an issue with, and she was open, transparent with me, just like how I am. I learned this from my peoples, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I have been using my looks and everything as, a reason to not take certain dudes serious. She was like, I look back and there was, like my mom had a shot at the mayor. Like the mayor was trying to get my mom hard. Like, let me just tell you, my mom's like the city girl type of female, like bad bitch, okay? My mom has always been bad. I'm not even going to sit here and cap. Everywhere I would go with her, I couldn't take her nowhere because everybody was like, oh, your mama's so fine and all this other stuff, right? But here's the deal, though. This is the reason why I be talking about stuff, why a lot of women can also learn from me, too. Because my mom is, okay, my pops was married, got married, did his thing, right? My mom, however, because of the whole independent, strong woman mindset thing that all these women is on right now, my mom's a perfect example of where you're going to end up like, okay? She said, I took life for granted. I took the fact that I was fine. All these niggas was on me. And now I'm at a certain age where, it's not like that no more. And she said she can't keep nobody's attention. She can't, it's just not like it was. You know what I'm saying? She can't get what she wanted. She's not getting what she wants, that she thought this was going to be. She thought she had time. Okay? There was a mayor trying to get her, the mayor of Kansas, or the mayor of Topeka, whatever, Kansas City. I don't remember if mayors are just for cities or states. But yeah, she was like, the mayor was trying to get at her. I remember going, she was like, you remember when I used to take you over to this big house with this guy and I had you around his sons and his daughters and stuff? And I was like, yeah, and I actually did remember that. And come to find out, she told me, she said, all he asked me to do was to stop smoking weed and to be more, ladylike. And I just wasn't going to do it because I felt like he was trying to control me and I wouldn't get ready to listen to nobody. And now when I look back, like, that same man is good and, I'm single. And she was like, I just wanted to tell you that, like, don't wait until basically till you hit the wall. Like, she was like, get it while you're young. Get it while it's good. You know what I'm saying? Don't take people for granted while you're young because you popping, because you lit, because you look good, because everybody's on your nuts. She said, don't take that for granted. Don't be one of those, because I was one of those and now I'm paying for it. She was, and honestly, that was when I was younger, but guess what? Now I'm a grown ass man and my mama is with a man that she don't respect. She's always complaining about, you know what I'm saying? He's a pussy. I'm just gonna keep it real. Okay, nothing like my pops. All right. And that's what I'm saying. I know that I've seen people be married and go off in life, and what that comparison is compared to single people going up in life and knowing what that look like. And I'm trying to tell y'all, this shit cute. Y'all be acting like this cool while you is 35 and down. When you hit the wall, okay? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. You can be fine as you want to be at 35, nigga. There's a 25-year-old that's bad as you is and still young. They ain't traumatized and shit like you too. All right? Let's get to understand what's going on. Quit the cocky shit. Quit the air. It's not even cocky. Quit the arrogant shit. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, okay? Arrogance is senseless cockiness that has no actual intelligence on it. Okay? That's not smart. To just sit there and be a hoe all your life and then wait till you're 35. You're going to get to 35 wherever age you choose, even if you decide to wait till you're 30 and then do it. If you're blessed with a good person, that's like straight people getting pregnant. And then they like, you know what? I just ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? And then they go get an abortion. And then guess what? When the time that they wanted to have a baby, I know women who have done that shit. And when they get ready to go have a baby, when they ready to, they can't carry one now. Okay? Quit taking life for granted. And quit using the excuse that you're too young or that you didn't know what you was doing. I'm going to tell you right now, don't nobody care about that. I was 18 years old when I had a car that my grandfather gave me and he passed away. And I went and I traded that motherfucker in because I just wanted a new car and I owned it and everything. I went and traded it in for this Jeep. The Jeep got to tripping. Like maybe a week later, I tried to go take that motherfucker back to the dealership and tell them, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I think I made a mistake. I really was not meaning to do this. I was in an emotional state. I wasn't ready. I'm only 19 years old. Can y'all please just forgive me and let me get my car back? They did. Nigga, don't nobody care because you wasn't ready. Do you know what that man told me? Like I'm about to tell y'all. He said, well, you can't play with the big dogs and then try to like, renege. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, we can't just, give you your car back because you weren't ready. You know what I'm saying? Because you're too young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that might be a far-fetched example, but it is equivalent. Like, y'all, you cannot move like that and expect for it to all be gravy. Okay? You're going to reap what you sow. All right? So, with them examples of me looking at that and then seeing how things go, I grew, like, by the time I was 21, 22, 23 years old, I was like, now I'm not going to say that I was ready to be in a relationship, but what I will say is that I knew what I was doing, and if I wasn't ready, I acted like that. I don't go over here, play with people's emotions, and be in serious relationships. All right, lead people on, future fake, act like this and act like that when I'm not really about that life, and I'm just really trying to get by, like, because you're closer to my job, or because this is fun and I don't really got nothing else to do, I'm bored, or because this is convenient and I'm lost in the world. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to have fun and like this is going to be a distraction. That's all manipulation. That's another part of why a person like me was putting my hands on people, because that is manipulation. It's toxic. That is abusive. Okay? If you know somebody's telling you that they want this and they want that, they want marriage, they want all this, they want to grow and build a life together with somebody. If you're not ready for that and if you don't know who you are, you need to leave them alone and stop doing that. All right? And quit waiting until y'all want to hit the wall, talking about y'all want to settle down. I was hanging out with some friends in Kansas City before I came out here, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga Cause he bad, you know what I'm saying? He got a nice body. You know, one of my homeboys down there, he got a nice body. You know, he's somewhat masculine. He got his shit together. You know, own car, crib, and all that. And I'm trying to tell y'all, this nigga, we was having a conversation, me, him, and like one of our trans homegirls, and we all having a conversation, and him and the trans girl talking about acting like this shit cute. Talking about, yeah, shit, I ain't settling down till shit. I'm like 36, 37. Like, I got some hoeing to do. I still got to be out here and in the streets. I got some hoeing to do. Ain't nobody everybody ain't seen me yet. You know what I'm saying? Acting like that shit's cute. I'm like, oh, so y'all think, and I said it to them. I said this shit. I was like, oh, so y'all think once y'all actually ready, once y'all think once, oh, so at 36, 37, oh, that's when somebody gonna come in your life and it's gonna be a happily ever after. That's what you think? They like, well, I mean, they on my nuts now. I don't know why it ain't gonna be no different. I mean, shoot, they ain't going nowhere. These niggas ain't going nowhere, girl. Like, you know, like this how they talk. Like they act like this shit is just so sweet. Like life is just some fucking playground. You know what I'm saying? And then it doesn't. And then it's like basically that's what I'm realizing about a lot of the people in the community is that y'all children in the mind. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mindsets is still children. It don't matter if you're 28, 29, 34. 36, like y'all niggas be kids, okay? That's childish mindset. You have to understand that we only live as human beings for maybe 100 years. You're gonna probably give and take 30 years off of that. Like, I know people dying around 70. Like, you wanna wait till you 40, 50 years old to start taking somebody serious? You think somebody wants your ass before you die? Do you know how disrespectful that shit is? To sit there and act like, oh, I'm going to just give my best years to all these niggas that don't give a fuck about me, and then I'm going to give the person I spend the rest of my life with the leftover crumbs? Are y'all serious? I'm sorry, like, I know that y'all be serious, and I just got to call this out. Like, this is the reason why y'all be acting uninterested, okay? Y'all don't have no substance. A lot of y'all don't be having no substance. This is why a lot of y'all be single. Because a lot of y'all don't have no substance outside of sexually. Because you don't grow in no other way. Because you think you the shit. Because you're just able to have sex. You got access to sex whenever you want. So do you think that means, or likes on Instagram, or likes on... Let me tell y'all, fine ass niggas, we also expire too. Like, don't get too cocky in thinking that this is going to, always apply. All right? You're going to get to experience what them ugly niggas experience when you hit that age. Trust me. Because age and looks kind of going hand in hand. I'm going to tell you now, I met some fine-ass niggas at 40, 50 years old when I was 21, 22. And guess what? If I did fuck them, it was just that fucking. I promise you, never nothing else. You're going to still be in the same loop. So... Or people gonna be using you, because I'm gonna tell you, when I was younger and niggas was trying to get at me that old, I was thinking what I'm thinking now. I was like, oh, so because you done fucked off all these different niggas and nobody wants you now you think I want you? No, I don't. Move the fuck around. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people like that deserve to end their lives alone, honestly, because you all that time you've been hurting people. Y'all not getting that over my head. All that time that you were 21, 22, 25, 26, all you old heads, with that single right now, when y'all was younger, y'all done broke hella niggas' hearts. I know it. Because I've been going through it. And them same niggas that was trying to play with my time because they didn't know who they was, because they was trying to find themselves, because they was only focused on their career, them same niggas is going to find out just like y'all did. Okay? Quit taking good people for granted. If a good person come in your life at 24 years old, you need to get ready. Okay? Just like when people get pregnant and it's out of nowhere. Bitch, up, get ready then. It don't matter if you're not ready. God didn't ask you if you was ready to have no baby. You are pregnant now. Or now you got a girl pregnant now. Now it's time to step up to the plate unless y'all want to go ahead and get an abortion. But this is something you can't renege. You can renege pregnancies. You can't renege fucked off time that you done wasted. Alright? Like, I had to just cover this because I was watching this dude, this other YouTuber that is dope. I might actually tell y'all him later, but he's a white dude. He's actually, people, some of y'all watch him too, because I peeped him in my analytics. That's why I watched him. He be saying some real shit. And I was like, yeah, he was talking about females though, because he's straight. And I was like, man, this applies to men too. Like, I did not think that women was actually doing that as much until I remember what my mom told me. And I'm like, oh, wow. And it's even worse now from what he was saying. And yeah, y'all, everybody's waiting till they hit the wall. That's another reason why a lot of y'all single. Because even if you do the work, like, let's say you're not one of those and you're one of the few who actually do get to know who you are by 25 years old, right? You're going to be like me, getting used by these niggas, getting played by these niggas who's not ready. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to make you can become bitter, all kinds of stuff. So I just happened to find somebody who was on my level eventually by the time it really mattered, because I wasn't going to be able to keep going through that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think God knows that. Like, God put you through what he know you can handle. I think he knew I wasn't gonna be able to handle all that consistently throughout my life. Like, because I have never been that dude. If I was out there in the streets, it was because, you know, I was either a young little nigga that was what you're supposed to be doing. I feel like 25 and down, go ahead and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. So that when you pass it, because that's what I did. I said, hey, all right, we only got like maybe 100 years. My motherfuckers dying around 70. All right, cool. So I'm gonna have fun, play around. By the time I'm 25, I'm gonna be serious. And then, you know what? I did that too, but I did it in a more reasonable way. I waited till I was 25 to get serious. Y'all niggas is waiting until y'all 35, 40 when the ages drop. I mean, when your looks drop. I waited until I was just mature enough, but still handsome and still got the same shit going, so I can snag my shit real quick before I head up out of here. That's what y'all need to think. Quit sitting in the motherfucking dating pool looking and getting pissed all over you and shit. You should be looking at a relationship as graduating. That's how I looked at it. I don't know what else the fuck to look. Because if you don't find nobody, you're going to be staying on jacked. You're going to be a jacked faithful for 10 plus years if you don't find someone. Do y'all not know what else the other options are? What if the fuck do y'all think is going to happen? Do y'all really think somebody's going to come out of the woodworks at 35, 40 years old to cuff you after you are loose? Even if you're not loose as a top, I'm going to tell you, even if you're not a bottom, all right, if you're a top and you getting around like that, why a lot of men, even straight men, why they have an issue with being faithful or loyal to people when they find somebody that's good for them and they are in love with them, reason why they keep cheating is because they were used to that hookup culture, and it's an addiction, okay? You get addicted to this shit to where you're not going to be able to stop fucking random people, and then you're going to find somebody who's good for you, and then you're going to fuck it off. Or you're going to keep having a guilty conscience because you keep stepping out on this motherfucker, even if they don't find out. Okay, you're going to be like, well, what's wrong with me? It's because really nothing wrong with you, but because you have been in this, like, habit is the biggest, like, guaranteer. Whatever you have a habit of, you can bet that they're going to go back and do that. You know what I'm saying? So then you have to break a habit throughout years of not sleeping around with different people just to get okay with it. You're going to be itching, like, fiending, like, ooh, in a relationship with a happy motherfucker, everything good. And you're going to be like, oh, my God, like, I ain't just fucked a random slut in 6 months. Like, oh, my God, like, okay, I can just do one person. Like, you're going to be trying to force yourself, and then that's going to make you feel like, oh, no, I need to go out here and break up with this motherfucker because I'm not happy. No, it's not that. You're just accustomed to something that it's not sustainable no way. You can't keep doing that forever. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you got to be wise. You got to know who you are. You can't play around with time and people's energy and love and all that and then think that whenever you're ready, it's just going to come and fall in your lap. I'm trying to tell you, like, you better get to the point where you're serious sooner than later so that you can actually find that. Because I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these niggas act like they happy being single, and it's only because it was the only fucking choice they had. It was the last resort. They're not going to find nobody else. You better fucking be happy, or else you're going to be miserable the rest of your life. But anybody can force themselves to be happy, y'all. It's a choice to be happy. That is not a fucking flex. Okay? Where the flex is, nigga, nowadays, is to get you a motherfucker who actually care about you, who got the same ideals on this world and wants the same goals in this world, or similar goals in this world as you, that y'all can build together and grow together. That's really the flex, okay? The hardest thing to obtain is the biggest flex, not what everybody else is doing. Everybody's about to be single, bro. Like 70+% of them is about to be single, okay? What's most valuable is the scarcest shit, the most rare shit, not the most common. All right, so y'all can quit trying to act like, oh, I'm happy. Oh, I'm single by choice. Nobody cares, bro. That's your choice, and that's fine. You ain't gonna have no choice but to be happy, or you gonna just be miserable. I hope you happy. I don't want nobody to be miserable. I hope you are happy if you don't find nobody, because it's really not up to just you. You could literally do all this stuff I'm saying and still end up single. You could be a dope ass nigga and ended up at the wrong address over and over again. Yes, that's true. That's why I speak, self love at the end of the day. Anyway, but I ain't never getting ready to just accept that I'm about to live the rest of my life on my own. And I don't recommend nobody else doing that either. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, then that's just what happened. And I'm going to have to, if it was to happen to me, I'd have to say it too. Oh, I'm happy being alone. Duh. What I'm going to do? Like, y'all, it was so bad to the point where when I went back and stayed with my mom for a little bit, and she's in her room and I hear her having a conversation with a dude that she used to go to high school with, right? And she come in bragging all happy and stuff, like looking like a little girl, like she was back in high school, talking about, oh yeah, this dude that used to get at me, that tried to get at me so bad back in high school, I used to play him to the left, but now he's single, and I'm single, and we might be able to give it a shot and all this other stuff. I'm sitting there thinking to myself in the back of my head, mama, he about to play the shit out your ass. Like, do you not know how men think? And like, that's why it's important for everybody to have males in their life, okay? Because my mom didn't have her dad growing up, okay? And so, but I did. I had my pops growing up. So I could put my mom on game that she ain't even aware of. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, Mom, do you not know how men think? If you play this nigga to the left all through high school when you was a hot shit, now you think he getting ready to take you serious? This is payback. What you mean? Like, nah, y'all. Trying to tell you, a lot of stuff is not what it appears to be. You got to have your head on the swivel, right? Quit waiting to get mature. Quit waiting to grow up. Quit waiting for these things that you need to acquire to be an adult and be mature. Quit being scary. I feel like y'all be scared to grow up. Regardless, it's going to happen. You might as well mentally grow with your age. And that's exactly what old boy did, okay? Literally, like, within like maybe a month, she had went on a couple dates with him. They probably fucked around, and then he left her alone. Like, and then she was miserable again. This is before she found the dude that she with now, that she settled for, that she's not happy with. Okay? So if you wait there till you're ready, you may have to just accept that someone you're gonna get that's gonna be less than you, or like, so you're gonna have to settle, or you're gonna be alone. Okay? If y'all look into nature, animals do their mating calls at their prime. Okay? The buck does it when he's at his buffest, when he's at his strongest, when his antlers is the prettiest. Okay? A lion, nigga, the mane, when it's the biggest, when it's the most attractive. That's when you want to get your end all be all. That's what you got this for. That's what you got the glow for. You think you got the glow just to give it to everybody else in the world that don't give a fuck about you? No, you have it so that you can snag your shit. That's how you get your shit. Don't waste that off on all these niggas. Go get your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how y'all gotta look at that. When you have self-worth, that's how you'll look. You'll look at it like yourself is a profit. Yourself is an investment. Yourself is a temple. I don't want anybody just to be having access to this. You know what I'm saying? And then when I do give, why y'all think all that time, like, once I found out that I could be versatile, why y'all think I didn't do it no more? Because I decided that, okay, I gotta have something to give my end all be all. If I'm already a top, I'm topping everybody. All right? What am I gonna do with this person that I end up with? What are they gonna get that nobody else got? That's self-value. You have to know that what you're bringing to the table and what that means to somebody else. Nobody cares about what you done did it to everybody else. Nigga done nutted in your ear, your mouth, your butt. Then fucked you all over here, over there. Them porn stars and stuff. Why you think nobody want them? Because you can just go and look at them get fucked and all that kind of stuff. What you want to fuck them for? Like, y'all don't know what value is, and y'all been misled. And then now I think a lot of y'all are just trying to save face that have maybe learned later and be like, oh, okay, well, all right. So if you save in face and you learn later, then that means you need to take a break of hookup culture, especially if you're a bottom. Take about a year off. Just focus on yourself. Okay, that should have tightened back up. You won't have all them negative spirits on you from all them hookups. You'll have a clear head and everything, and then you'll be worthy still for a relationship, okay? But what I'm saying is it gets harder as you get older to discipline like that, okay? Get the shit going while you're young, all right? When they be talking about anti-aging, when they be talking about, working out, having a nice body, when they talk about sports, when they talk about beauty, they say do all that shit when you're young. Get good now. The younger, the better. You think an NBA player would have made it to the NBA if he had started in high school playing basketball? No, he been doing that shit since he was 10. That's why he got to be an NBA player. You're not gonna get there if you're not putting in the work. Yeah, y'all. Basically, the whole I'm young and I'm not ready, or the I'm young and I wasn't ready shit. It's just not an excuse. You know what I'm saying? You say that when you are not ready. You tell them that and not waste their time. You don't come back later talking about I wasn't ready. Okay? There's no. I don't got no sympathy for no fuck boy. Okay? That's a fuck boy. I mean, let's just be real. You can accidentally be a fuck boy. That doesn't mean you aren't. Okay? Understand that you will reap what you sow. Okay? You're gonna still go through trials and tribulation, but the good of us are gonna get what we deserve. Those of y'all who take life for granted, play with y'all's time and people's emotions and time and all that just because you young, you know what I'm saying, and you think you got all this time, you're taking life and you're taking youth for granted, and you will most likely have to answer for that because that is not how this world was supposed to work. Social media and all this bullshit rhetoric going around got y'all confused and lost. All right? Understand that we still live. It don't matter what y'all got going on. We don't live past 70, 80, 90, okay? 100 years old. You cannot be waiting until you're 50 years old to start taking life seriously and then call yourself mature. That is a child that had no choice but to eventually grow because eventually you have no choice, okay? And if you have to be forced to grow up because you're not attractive no more, nobody wants you, you deserve to stay the fuck alone. Straight up. In my opinion, like, nah, bruh. I'm sorry. That is not what this is. That y'all done been sold a lie and y'all believe it, and I'm sorry, but time is wasted and y'all can't get it back. And hey, it sucked to be one of y'all. That's why I'm trying to tell all the niggas my age, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these old heads talk about, oh, it's okay to be single while you get older and all that. If you want to do that, that's your business. Yeah, and then also, do y'all really think that y'all gonna be ready just because you decided to wait till you 35, 40? Like, do you not know that y'all think y'all gonna be ready just because you waited to 35, 40 because you now know who you are? Do you not know that once you actually get to learning who you are and know who you are, then all the things around you may change. You may not even be interested in none of that shit no more. You may be a whole different person that you have to go out here and explore. That could take another 10 years before you're ready to be in a relationship. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you're starting too late. Starting way too late. Now, them old gays had no choice because, hey, back then, shit, they had to do that because they could not be themselves. Suck for them, you know what I'm saying? Especially with all the HIV, with the AIDS thing that happened and everything. So it's understandable, but that's another reason why I stayed away from older dudes because I was like, y'all just now getting to know who you are, 35 some years old, talking about you ain't trying to be in a relationship, and I'm 22 talking about I'm ready to be in a relationship, nigga. We are totally incompatible. Okay? But that's what you're gonna run into when you are mature. You're gonna run into older guys who are less mature than you, and it's going to really amaze you and scare you. All right. So yeah, y'all, have no sympathy for nobody who just cannot get to know who they are. I know a lot of people who literally will be like talking and singing the same song from 20 years old up until they are 34 years old, talking about that they do not know who they are and they're learning who they are. it could also be a game. They can know exactly who they are and they think you won't accept them for who they are. So they act like they not who they are, but that's who the fuck they are. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? There's people like that too. So you got to be able to gauge what's going on. If a motherfucker talking the same shit for 3-4 years, that's no longer a phase. That's no longer, oh, they're struggling. There's no longer, oh, I'm finding myself. No, you're a lost motherfucker who will never find themselves. Okay? If you found yourself when you was 40 years old, you never found yourself. Let's just be real. Let's quit playing these games. You got 40 and you had no choice but to figure it out, because then you'd be a silly motherfucker to everybody talking about you don't know who you are. That shit's only cute. That line is only cute when you're 25, 28, 29 maybe or something. But these niggas know when they get too old, you can't use that line no more. It's also manipulation. Don't fall for it. Real niggas know who they are by the age of 25. I'm keeping it G. All right? Oh, one last thing I wanted to address. Quit sleeping on relationships, because somebody commented talking about, oh, relationships don't pay bills. Careers do. That's why you got to focus on your career more, because, you know, a nigga have you out here down and out and all this other stuff. Y'all only talking about negative relationships. Y'all ain't been exposed to nothing good. And I could tell. All right? Let me tell y'all. Let me put y'all up on some real game real quick. All right? My pops told me, because he works. Okay, so my pops, his wife, they live in Houston. He worked for NASA, all right? And he told me straight up, he was like, before I, was with your stepmom, she, like before I was with your stepmom, like I was, going job to job, trying to find, certain things and all this other stuff. He was like, when he got with her, like she helped center him into figuring out what he really wanted to do with his life. And because she supported him so well, he said, I wouldn't even have been this successful if it wasn't for her. He said because of the way that she drove him, how she supported him, how she was there every day he got home. When he was down, he thought about quitting. She helped him. She, embraced him, uplifted him. Okay? Like a relationship can be a good source for your career too. Y'all act like it's got to be one or the other. You can't multitask, have a relationship and a career. That means you're childish. Let me get this clear to y'all, okay? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to call nobody, I'm not trying to clown nobody or hurt nobody's feelings, okay? What I'm saying is that that's still immaturity, okay? And a mature person will learn that, you know what? I done seen homeless people out here on the street together. What, like, y'all think that love is based on certain circumstances? You can be a homeless, broke motherfucker in love. You can be a rich motherfucker in love. Like, that has nothing to do with your finances and your career or nothing. But it can help you. Just like it can hinder it, it can help it. All right? Think more positive. That's what I'm saying. Change the perspectives, okay? I understand that y'all, it's going to be hard for a lot of y'all because you got to experience positivity as well to assume it. You know what I'm saying? I get where y'all coming from. Y'all haven't been exposed to it. But I'm here telling y'all, okay? There's people out here who are as successful as they are because of their partner. You think Beyonce and Jay-Z can't say that? You think that these motherfuckers would be where they was at if it was? You think that they didn't help each other out? Quit thinking you gotta do it all on your own. That's hyper independence. That's been a manipulation tactic instilled in you as well. All right. Love yourself enough to know that it's okay to allow somebody to love you while you grow and while you build. You don't have to be alone to build. All right. And like, yeah, the motto of the story is, if you wait to do anything when you're ready, nothing will happen. Okay? Quit talking about, oh, I got to be ready and be prepared. That's a cop out for procrastination and scary. You're being scared, okay? Fear or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you don't fall for something, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. And like I said, if you wait until you're ready for everything, nothing will happen. You have to change the way you see stuff so that you can change the way things look to you. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's time to, work on our perception and stuff, because all that thinking, of stuff and counting on stuff that you don't even know. You don't know for a fact if that's the truth, if you can just play that off and then find somebody when you get to a certain age. I mean, it's happened. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know those people's struggles. You don't know what. You need to just put your best foot forward and bet the highest bid you can. Don't be worried about nobody else. All right? And I don't feel like you're betting the highest bid that you can if you're waiting until you lose all the good stuff you got going that people are attracted to you about. All right? So yeah. Yeah, y'all. So that's it for this one, y'all. You know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take.